And then, Dad, I suppose to look at the third system, the drive system, is there anything that we can take from the drive system that is going to assist us at the moment? Or is it going to be something where it's maybe best to even turn off the drive system, or look to possibly turn off the drive system where we can? Or are there elements of our drive system that we can look to for assistance in this time?
Okay, again, I think it comes back to a balance, but I suppose what we're talking about with lightening the load, we're talking about winding back the drive system a bit, rather than being as fully pressured to do things, take on as much demands, feeling that we have to achieve in the usual kind of way. In a way, what we're suggesting is to reduce some of the demands, so compensating for the extra threat and allowing a little bit more time for soothing. We're saying, hey, how about pulling back a bit on that drive system? But we're not saying cut it out or stop it or let it go entirely, because, for example, when people did bake sourdough bread, and yourself, that's part of a drive system as well. It's part of a motivation and learning and that kind of thing.
More of a crash system, though, with the sourdough.
Okay, but anything that people found that engaged them will often have been some kind of productive activity. They might have been cooking a barbecue, or they might have been experimenting with something else with cooking, or they might have been still working from home and finding ways that some spaces worked a bit better for them, or some routines worked a bit better for them. That's all great. That's part of the drive system. And one of the things is when we find ourselves engaged in certain kind of activities that are going okay, we feel that we're achieving something, we might have taken some expectations back a bit, or decided to take a bit of pressure off, but still we feel that we were somewhat productive, that helps us be in a state of flow. So often with our work activities, we might be working on a project for a period of time, and you look back and you realise, maybe more than an hour has passed and you've actually done something quite constructive. Or maybe at the end of the day, you can at least tick off a few tasks that you were looking to achieve. That's all part of the drive system. So part of what we're talking about too is anything that helps our sense of flow. That means that we're engaged in things. So time's passing and we're not necessarily feeling good, bad, or indifferent. We're kind of that immersed in what we're doing. We're engaged in what we're doing, so time passes. That's very helpful. And that could be doing something pleasant. It could be also physical exercise or enjoying some leisure activity, but also often it will be some kind of task or work activity. So our drive systems are important, and it relates to what we have set out to do that particular day. But I think the whole thing, as we're highlighting today, is to being able to temper that somewhat, just to allow ourselves to be a little bit more flexible with our standards. But that doesn't mean having to think, we've just got to drop our bundle, there's nothing I can do because I'm over it.